Hello, I'm Svtv and welcome to Standard Voice Television News. But first, the headlines. Governor Matawale of Zamfara State commiserates with Labour Minister Festus Keyamo. Zamfara State Government presents new Sienna 8-seater vehicle, office furniture to Good City FM radio Gusau. Power grid collapses again. Stakeholders meeting enters second day. On business, inflation rate rises to 15.70% as fuel scarcity impact prices. And on the international scene, over 43,000 British households want to host Ukrainian refugees. And on sports, Ghanaian businessman waits from Chelsea wants to buy Ronaldo and Messi. And now the news in full. Governor Bello Muhammad has commiserated with the Minister of State for Labour, Mr. Festus Keyamo, over the recent dismissal of his father, Pa Matthias Keyamo. Governor Matawale said the dismissal of the late patriarch came at a time when his son is making a positive impact in the process of rebuilding the glory of the country. He said Mr. Festus Keyamo is a distinguished young Nigerian with a passion for unity and progress of the country, saying he has served the great party, the APC, with a common zeal, all in his belief that they are pursuing the necessary cause for the rejuvenation of their dear country. Governor Matawale entrusts that indeed, Pa Matthias has lived a worthy, exemplary life with a great passion for one Nigeria. Governor Matawale said he is confident that he will remain proud of his son as he lives to fulfill his destiny. The governor, on behalf of himself and the good people of Zamfara State, extends profound sympathy to Mr. Festus and his family over the irreparable loss. Zamfara State Government has presented a brand new Sienna 8-seater vehicle to the management of Good City FM radio Gusau as part of the effort to improve the station service delivery in the state. Presenting the key of the vehicle and modern office equipment to the Commissioner of Information, Honorable Ibrahim Magaji Dosara, the Deputy Governor said the gesture was part of the state government determination to ease transportation problem and other major challenges facing the media organization. For more on the story, Mercy Manga reports.
Senator Hassan Mohammed, while presenting the brand new vehicles and modern office facilities, said he decided to support the Gold City FM radio with operational vehicles and other office accessories for documentation purpose. Responding on behalf of the management of Gold City FM, the Commissioner of Information, Honorable Ibrahim Magaji Dosara, thanked the state government and deputy government for his focus in assisting the baby station in that direction, hoping that the gesture will help the staff to compete with other sister stations in the state. Honorable Dosara, while thanking Senator Hassan once again for his kind gesture to the station, also promised the proper utilization and maintenance and efficient sustainability of the facilities, and further thanked the APC chairman, Ruwaya Bella Ward, for cash donation of 100,000 naira to the station for fueling the vehicles. At the end of the presentation, the General Manager, Gold City FM, Engineer Sani Aliu Abdullahi Gusau, presented a brand new wall clock to the Deputy Governor as a souvenir. I am Mangal Mercy reporting for SVTV News.
Sokoto Division of the Court of Appeal has dismissed the appeal filed by the former Governor Yari Function of the APC, challenging the dissolution of the Lawal N. Liman interim caretaker committee of the party in Zamfara State. It could be recalled that Justice Aminu Bapa of the Federal High Court, Gusau, had earlier dismissed the suit on the ground of lack of merit. The judges of the Sokoto Division of the Court of Appeal, however, were divided in determining the appeal, a circumstance that resulted in the insurance of majority and minority judgments. For more on the story, Rafia Minasa reports.
According to the spokesperson of the party, Malam Yusuf Idris Gusau, said in the majority judgment delivered by Justice Priscilla Mahmoud and supported by Justice Anjuma Muhammad, the Court of Appeal dismissed the appeal and upheld the judgment of the Federal High Court, Gusau, which declined jurisdiction to entertain the matter for being poorly in intra-party affairs. Reacting to the judgment, chairman of the party, Tukur Umar Danfulani, said the party has received the judgment with higher sense of joy and congratulated all APC members in the state for the victory at the Court of Appeal. Honorable Danfulani said, with the judgment of the Court of Appeal, it is an indication that the Mebalabuni lead caretaker committee has acted within the confines of the law. Honorable Tukur Danfulani called on all the aggrieved members to come back together and united themselves as one in the overall interest of the progress of the party in the state. Rafi'a Nasara, reporting from SVT.
Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State has urged journalists in the country to uphold national unity, just as they should always prioritize national interests. Governor Bagudu, who is also the chairman of the APC Governor Forum, made the call in Birnin Kebbi when he declared open the inaugural National Executive Council meeting of the National Union of Journalists. The meeting was hosted by the Kebbi State government led by Governor Bagudu, who is also the Deputy Chairman for Security Council of Nigeria. The governor, who was represented by the Secretary of the State Government, Alhaji Babale Umar, said the position of the journalists in the society is critical. Governor Bagudu further urged the journalists to endeavor to report objectively and in accordance with the ethics of their profession. The governor also urged them to report all the developmental effort of the three tiers of government towards solving the various problems facing the nation. Governor Bagudu promised to continue to take journalists as active partners with a view to taking Kebbi State a greater height. Nigerian Air Force fighter jet rain bomb at a wedding feast organized for one of Katsina State's top terrorist leader, killing scores of the merry-making terror marchers. Among those killed was one Sule, a notorious terrorist leader who is a brother to Lalbi Ginshima, also a killer terrorist bandit. For more on the story, Fauziat Ibrahim reports.
The NAF airstrike took place at Ungwar Adam village in the Musa local government area of the state, after credible intelligence was received on Monday that bandit terrorists had migrated from Dang Alikima to Ungwar Adam for the wedding of one of their king leaders. As such, the Air Component Task Force dispatched an intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance aircraft to monitor activities at the location. The aircraft later confirmed the intel to the accurate, having sighted over 50 of the bandits indulging in the festivities. Subsequently, situation reports was delayed and the NAF aircraft was scrambled by to undertake the mission. According to the operatives, the ISR aircraft remained overhead the location and victoried the fighter jet to a new location along a river line north of Ungwar Adam, where the bandit terrorists had moved to. A local source at the Ungwar Adam community confirmed that the terrorists suffered a heavy casualty, as many of them were decimated, while others sustained various degrees of injuries. Fauziat Ibrahim reporting for SVTV News.
Nigerian electricity grid collapsed around 5 p.m. on Tuesday, which was barely 48 hours after it collapsed on Monday, a development that causes widespread darkness across the country. Power distribution companies again alerted their customers about the collapse, as it was gathered that the meeting summoned by the federal government on Monday over issues in sector had to drag until late night on Tuesday. The grid collapse further prolonged the blackouts witnessed across the country amidst the current energy crisis in the petroleum sector in Nigeria. Power distributors said the collapse had disrupted power supply within their networks as customers were experiencing blackouts nationwide. They said they are monitoring the situation and will continue to provide updates. The distributor apologizes to the country for the inconvenience. The Executive Vice Chairman of the National Communication Commission, Prof. Umar Dambatsa, said about 35 million Nigerians are yet to access digital financial and telecommunication services. He said this at the 2020 World Consumer Rights Day, celebrated on Tuesday in Abuja. He said the situation denies these Nigerians access to digital financial inclusion, a challenge that is attributable to inadequacy of both wireless and 5G connectivity infrastructure. Earlier in February 2020, the EVC had stated that 35 million Nigerians lack access to digital financial and telecommunication services. This may then mean that the NCC had failed to fill up the gap after 2 years. However, the EVC further noted that the launch of the Nigerian National Broadband Plan 2020-2025 is critical in addressing existing issues and filing of relevant gaps. He further stressed the need for increased investment in fixed and wireless infrastructure to boost financial inclusion. Nigerian recorded 1.94 trillion foreign trade deficit in 2021. Figures obtained from the National Bureau of Statistics revealed on Tuesday. According to its Foreign Trade in Goods Statistics Q4 2021 report, this was an improvement from 7.37 trillion trade deficits recorded in 2020. Also, the data revealed that Nigeria's total foreign trade rose by 22.61% in 2021 to 39.75 trillion. The NBS also disclosed that the total export for 2021 stood at 18.91 trillion, while total imports stood at 20.84 trillion, leaving a trade deficit of 1.94 trillion. Total trade for 2022 was valued at 32.44 trillion naira, with the value of total import amounting for 19.89 trillion naira and export amounting for 12.52 trillion naira. According to NBS, the trade deficit for the year stood at 7.83 trillion naira. It said in 2021, the value of total trade stood at 39.75 trillion naira, which is 57.60% higher than the value recorded in 2020.
Audio Jungle.
And now on business. Nigerian inflation rate rose in February after recording a fall in January, as Africa's most populous nation faced fuel shortages that have helped push prices higher. The country's statistics officer announced on Tuesday that the consumer price index increase between February 2021 and February 2022 was 15.70%, which is higher than 15.60% recorded in January. The National Bureau of Statistics said the price of goods and services measured by the Consumer Price Index falls 1.63% points lower than the rate recorded in February 2021, which is 17.33%. Nigeria has faced fuel shortages since February after importing standard fuel, which resulted in weeks of several scarcity and long queues in fueling stations. The shortage has seen transport costs raised, thereby affecting goods and commodities. Without functional refineries, Africa's largest oil producers rely almost entirely on imported fuel. I am Mangal Mercy Ilya. Many thanks for watching and do have a lovely day.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
No fewer than 43,000 households have offered to take in Ukrainian refugees as part of the British government's sponsorship scheme, according to the Department for Levelling Up Housing and Communities. A spokesman for the department said on Tuesday that the figures was correct for now but would continue to rise. He confirmed that the Homes for Ukraine website temporarily stalled after it went live late on Monday afternoon due to the enormous generosity of the British public in for those fleeing the conflict with Russia. For more on the story, Zainab Abdulwasi reports.
Community Secretary Michael Gove said that the scheme would allow individuals, charities, community groups and business to bring people escaping the war in Ukraine to safety, even if they had no ties with Britain. He said anyone with a room or home available can offer it to a Ukrainian individual or a family, though those offering will be vetted and Ukrainian applicants will undergo security checks. He added that sponsored Ukrainians would be granted 3 years leave to remain in Britain. with entitlement to work and access public services. According to him, those offering a place to stay are to receive an optional tax-free monthly payment of $455.80. I am Zainab Abdulwasiu reporting for SVTV News.
A Ghanaian political and businessman has submitted a bid to buy English Premier League club Chelsea. In a letter that was sent viral on social media, the 45-year-old Bernard Antwi Boyasiako, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi, said he has made a bid for 3.1 billion naira. He became the first African owner of the European champions Chelsea. For someone who is a politician and an owner of a gold mine, his interest in football business has come as a surprise to many since he has never expressed any public interest in sport. Top football stars like Manchester United, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Paris Saint-Germain's Lionel Messi are among those he said he hopes to sign if he is successful with his bid. Chelsea had been put on the market due to controversies surrounding Russian owner Roman Abramovich following his country's recent invasion of Ukraine. However, his plan to sell the club has been put on hold due to UK government's imposed asset freezes. And that's all on the news. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Governor Matawale of Zamfara State commiserates with Labour Minister Festus Keyamo. Zamfara State government presents new Sienna 8-seater vehicle, office furniture to Good City FM radio Gusau. Power grid collapses again. Stakeholders meeting enters second day. On business, inflation rate rises to 15.70% as fuel scarcity impact prices. And on the international scene, over 43,000 British households want to host Ukrainian refugees. And on sports, Ghanaian businessman bids from Chelsea wants to buy Ronaldo and Messi. And that's all on the news. Thanks for joining us. I still remain Smeredo, so I do have a pleasant day.